Hi, riders.
Hey, riders, welcome back.
We
Oh
are
my
here.
goodness.
We are here, reaching our last episode of season 1.
That's actually so
Holy
crazy.
moly.
To think we're at the end of 2025 is actually so frightening and exciting, and
Yeah.
we just blinked and the season's over.
Yeah,
Like,
it's coming to an
what?
end. And
Oh
we're
my God,
also at
that's
the end of
crazy.
2025.
Yeah, at the end of 25, coming into 2026, we both have such huge years ahead of us. But we were just talking about it in the car on the way here. We were like, how are we going to record our last episode?
Yeah.
Which is so funny because we were both laying in bed this morning like, do we have to do it?
I think it's just that time of year though, like,
it's just
you know,
the
when you
time
want to
of
wind down, like we're literally recording this on Christmas Eve for you guys.
I know,
We love you that
yes.
much, riders. We are
That's it.
dedicating our time, our Christmas Eve to you guys. But of course we do want to be here.
And do like a nice wrap up of the year, I think. Like I said, it's been such a huge year for the both of us. So many changes, so many achievements, so many incredible things, like I said, on the horizon.
Yes. Yeah.
We just had to like wrap it all up into one last episode, and that's what I think today is really going to be about, is just our reflections of this year and what we're looking forward to next year, and just all that we have coming up, which is hectic.
Yeah. So tune in, grab a cuppa or a cocktail, because this is going to be, we always say it, it's going to be a juicy, it's going to be a vibey, it's going to be
a wild ride.
But it is going to be a really nice one for you, a chance for you to hear our reflections and also give you the opportunity to think about your reflections and the past year you've had and how you want to walk into 2026. So
absolutely. Love
Happy
that.
Christmas Eve. Enjoy our Christmas tree, by the way.
I know. Shout out to our sponsor, GroundUp. We are actually in their Dixon studio today, so you obviously would have recognised that we're not in Braddon in our usual space, but we're in the Dixon studio today. It's absolutely beautiful here as well. And we just love the team at GroundUp, and I think it's probably fitting to start the episode that way and just showing so much gratitude to them for just having so much belief in us.
Yes,
I think as we've sort of
in us.
got started with the podcast.
And they've really been riding with us all this year and fully backed us when, you know, we started this from scratch and they were like, actually, we want a part of this. So we're just super grateful. And like T said, thank you so much for believing in us. And like we always say, if you're in Canberra, please get to a GroundUp studio. You will not regret it. Their Pilates sessions, their hot mat, their yoga. There's so much you can do here, and even their wellness. We're actually at the Dixon studio, like T said, and they have the wellness section, which is an add-on as well. And it is just incredible there. Like after this baby's been grown, by the way. We'll talk about that soon. But I'll be getting back into the saunas and the ice baths and the red light therapy. So we're just super grateful. Super grateful.
So thank you, to GroundUp for just riding this first wave with us and just showing up and opening the space up for us to come and use it. It's been such an honour and privilege to sort of represent them as well along this journey as we've shown up for ourselves for the first time on this podcast for season number 1. So so much gratitude in our hearts, honestly.
Even that just made me even think of a reflection just there, even the growth from our episode 1 to episode 8. Like you and I have come a long way in the podcast world. Of just how we show up, how we prep. We probably don't do as much prep anymore. We're just like, look, let's just get there, towards the end, we're being so much more off the cuff, which we've obviously found has
our
worked
groove.
better for us. But it's just funny. Looking back, we'll have to do a little reflection.
I know.
Like looking back at our first step to now, like, oh my God, we
probably
were so like
cringe.
We were super organised then, though. I do miss that. But now we're just like, okay, let's roll out of bed and go record this podcast.
Let's just get there and we'll just whatever comes, whatever comes through. But it has. It's been such a beautiful year. And wild and crazy and all the things. And
we've been so busy.
Yeah. But even like, I guess, like we probably should just give an update of what's been going on lately before we do get into some other reflections of the year. Because since we sort of sat down with you guys last time, there's been so much that's been happening in our lives. And the end of the year for everyone is just so busy. I honestly feel like I have not had a free weekend. I've just had event after event after thing, which I can't complain about at all. It's been amazing. But you're just like, I don't know how every year it just seems to get busier and busier. Adding kids on top of that. It's wild. But I think the last time we left you guys, we were just about to go on retreat.
Yes. The Mothering Me Luxury Retreat.
Jeez.
Oh my God. What a time we had there.
Oh my God. What are your initial reflections of that, from that?
I think we let you guys know that honestly, going to a retreat, there's nothing like it, and especially when you attend one of Stevie's retreats, like, holy, you'll never regret it, because she just is the queen of retreats. Yeah. And T and I had mentioned we had been two together before. Yeah. She was pregnant, I wasn't this time round. I was pregnant, she wasn't. So it was so funny actually, the difference. Because this time we did, well, I didn't obviously, but T had a bit of a drink and let loose, which was so good. Exactly what she needed, and a lot of them needed actually.
Yeah, literally.
But I think my initial reflections were, there truly is no space like getting or putting yourself out there into spaces like these where you can literally take every single mask, titles don't matter one bit. Like, I don't even think I mentioned, obviously I am a stay-at-home mum now, but I still have my my title outside with my career, and that wasn't even mentioned once. Like, no one cares about that. They just care about you, real, raw. And what I was going to say is, being in circles and spaces with women like this is you can literally be yourself, your complete, authentic self. And the fear of judgment, the fear of whatever, just goes out the window. Like, it's not even thought of, because you can literally just be yourself, and everyone's there to just be themselves and support one another and empower one another, and, just show up as them. And I just,
definitely.
That's how I always feel when I do attend it, and especially on this one. It was my favorite so far, for sure.
Yeah, it was at this beautiful resort up just south of the Gold Coast. So it was just a beautiful space. But I completely agree. I think the thing that warmed my heart the most about the retreat is just being received as you are. There's so much power in that, and there's so much beauty in that. And it just, I don't know, you just are forced to show up as yourself as well. But there is that safe space that is created by Stevie and by Joel, where you can just do that. You can just come there and just, I don't know, it's almost like receive whatever you need to at that time, because everyone's in such different seasons of their life. But it was so nice to just see all the women show up just as they wanted to and as their heart sort of needed at that time, and just be held in whatever season of their life that they're in. It's just so powerful. Like, you can't even articulate it or fully put it into words. It's really something that can only be experienced.
So true. And everyone is there for their own different reasons.
Yes.
But like T said, the way Stevie and Joel do hold the space, and the other ladies that did come in and do their things.
The people that run the sessions.
And, but you do end up feeling so connected, so connected, even though you're all going through different things in your life and the different eras and stages and phases and whatever. But then you just come back to feeling so connected to one another. And
it's such a deep connection with people. Some people, there was a few of them that Kirst and I went on retreat with last time, so obviously we're reconnecting with people. But the deep soul connection that you make with people on these retreats, like-minded people as well, that are showing up here to show up for themselves, is it's insane. And and that's the thing, it's not so, it's so far beyond surface level. You just dive straight in the deep end as soon as you step in those doors. It's it's incredible. So any of the mamas that are questioning or thinking, should they come into the space, or they've been thinking about going on retreat, like, just do it.
Say yes.
Just do it. Just always, just say yes, and just see what comes through it.
Yeah. And of course it can be scary and, a bit intimidating, but honestly, once you're there, that all those feelings just leave you.
Yeah,
and
they do. They just evaporate, honestly. Because you just, I don't know, you just do feel so at home. Which is it's such a beautiful thing. And that's what happens when women are in spaces together, when we hold space for each other. It's this sense of becoming, in your own sort of sense, but then just like coming together as like a collective. Yeah. There's so much power in that. Like, so much.
For sure.
Yeah.
And speaking of that, I recently did have my mother blessing of bringing women together and sitting in circle, and how our people have always done, similarly known as women's business. Obviously there's more to it than that, but in our sort of modern day, I suppose, I had chose to, for second bub, to not do a baby shower. I wanted to do a thing called a mother blessing. And if you haven't heard of it, it's really just where women do come together to really honour the mother. And of course the baby, but baby isn't here just yet, and it's about honouring the mother as she steps into this new chapter of her life of bringing baby into the world and that birthing space, and how sacred and special that is, and prepping her for that on a deeper level. Yeah. And so I actually invited some of my really close family and friends. Tried to keep it small, but it's so hard with the friendship groups that I have, because I just have so many deep, beautiful connections in different parts of my life. But it ended up being the perfect number.
Yeah, it was amazing.
Who had come along, and I just set up this big, beautiful space with an altar in the middle in one of our rooms that we have at home. And I just had some photos of like our grandparents and great-grandparents, and mom and you pregnant, and myself pregnant, and Ailua, a baby. And that was my like nice, just grounding space to just, I don't know, bring that to...
I think bring the energy into that space. Because this is where Kirsten will be giving birth as well. So I think that's what was really powerful and special about it as well, is like creating that space in your home. We're bringing all this like motherly, energy, feminine energy into the space. That's what I felt throughout like the whole mother blessing, was just all like this loving, positive, nurturing energy that was like coming into the home.
And I am like a words of affirmation girly. Like I've said this before. Like I love... Tell me what you love about me. But like, and that was sort of one of the things. We went around the circle, introduced ourselves, and how they were sort of connected to me.
Kirst,
and then I think it was something they love, or they loved how we're connected, or something. That was the question. And everyone individually answered that so beautifully. Like I just couldn't even put into words like how I felt during each share. It was just... so beautiful and so unique. And even in that moment, I was like, holy shit, like I do love this, but like I was feeling super overwhelmed, because I'm like,
emotional.
There is just so many beautiful words being spoken here over myself and over baby. And I was just like, wow, like when else do we ever do this? Like, it takes like someone to have a baby to like speak. Oh, well, I do have beautiful friends, so I do hear and my beautiful husband. Like, I do hear these words more than often. But it's funny. I did get reflecting after it, because I'm like, it's not till like someone passes away or something, and then you want to speak all the nice words as well. So I'm just like, how beautiful that this gets to happen when I'm here birthing a baby, like so sacred. And I just sat there and like, of course I was emotional. Tears were flowing.
So emotional. Everyone was so emotional.
And everyone was so emotional. Everyone just had a tear, or like, it was funny. Like one of my girlfriends, Karina, she's not
emotional
at all, but she was probably the number one emotional person on that day.
Yeah, she was like, "What are you doing to me? Stop."
Yes, stop. Why? She was like, "Why am I always end up in spaces like these?" And then I end up being so emotional. I'm like, "This is great. This is good for you."
Yeah, that's it.
But yeah, and then I actually had said to the girls, I wanted to make a bracelet that I can actually take into my birthing space.
Yeah. This is a beautiful idea.
Yes, or I picked some beads that I liked, sorted them into this container, and shared the container around. And we went around the circle, and each person had picked one charm to go on this bracelet. And then obviously share why they picked that.
And their intention.
Yeah, their intention behind it.
For the baby, for you,
and
for the birth.
Oh my God, I cannot wait to show you on socials like this bracelet. It is so beautiful. And
so special to be able to, you have in your birthing space obviously, but to pass down to baby one day and like share with baby, like women sat in circle and created this for you and had there's so many beautiful intentions that are held within this bracelet. Yeah, it was so special. Yeah. It was so, so special.
And we recorded that, so I'll have that forever, the lifetime. Like it's definitely soaked into my memory, but it just it was such a special moment. Yeah, and then we did some belly art. We painted. I just said to my girls, like, paint a symbol or something, whatever. Like resonates. So some people were painting a heart or a sun or wrote baby taps or
that was cute.
butterfly.
I painted a butterfly. It was a terrible butterfly. But...
And bless, we got the paintbrush in Ilua and Bear's hands after. They did a little squiggle around, which was so cute.
Yeah, it was sweet.
And then I got a little cake and we cut the cake and...
Yeah, it was beautiful.
Yeah, it was just so nice and wholesome. Like it was everything I wanted and more. And I was thinking back to the baby showers, like instead of like the gifts and the games and that I just don't have the energy for. I was just like, this
something
is exactly
really intentional.
And if you know me, like I am super intentional. I love just meaningful events that take place. And this was it was less about the gifts. It was more about just being in each other's presence. And although I did say no presents, like
they can't help themselves.
They can't help themselves.
Well, we
including
bought
you.
presents too.
And they showed up, of course, with little gifts, which was so beautiful, and I am so grateful. But gifts for me and Bubba and even Ilua, bless, like she got some little presents too. I'm like, I just love my village. Like coming back to that again, I just love my village so much. So if you're listening, you know who you are. I love you all so much, including you.
Love you.
And thank you for saying yes and not being like, what's mother blessing? I ain't going to that. Thank you for just saying yes and showing up. And that's the other thing. As much as it was for me and baby, me specifically, but it was so much more for every single woman in the room as well.
Absolutely.
And I just feel like everyone got so much out of it for themselves as well and walked away with something.
100%.
And it was nice because there was also other pregnant mamas in the room or people that just had a baby and they could just come back to themselves and connect. And even one of my beautiful girlfriends, Seppa, she's like, Kirst, I cannot remember the last time I sat down for 2 hours or however long
uninterrupted.
It was, and had uninterrupted mum time, like just me time, like of just literally hearing myself breathe. Like that's what she said, like, and she hasn't meditated. And just even having a little meditation to open our circle up at the start. Like it was just so nice to just drop in and just be fully present. Because that was the other thing. I felt like every single person was fully present. Did not want to leave. People wanted to stay there post like the ceremony because it was just good vibes.
Ceremony's over. We're still there 2 hours later. It was
like,
beautiful.
I need to go to bed, guys. Like, I'm throwing a baby. I'm tired. It was good. It was
amazing. But even like, you know, if I have another baby, I'm like, I'm definitely doing a mother blessing. Like it just, like obviously, while baby showers, you know, they have their place and they are super beautiful. And there is that so much excitement around the first baby. But I think for the second one, like it just, I don't know, just to connect, be able to connect in a different way with your baby and just, I don't know, bring in that energy is, it's just so precious. And I think especially with you having a home birth, like just to that energy into the space, it just felt so powerful. It felt really precious.
Definitely. I literally was like, oh my God, I want to give birth tomorrow. I just want to soak all this up and like be in that beautiful headspace, which I'm going to be, but I'm like, I could do anything. I can take on the world. Like if all my sisters are here speaking the most beautiful words over me. I'm a fucking queen. I can do anything I want to do, especially birth of like a baby, you know?
Literally, 100%.
So yeah.
Birth another 10.
I don't know about that. No.
But yeah, you're so right. And again, it just comes back to when women sit together in circle and in ceremony, the power that is held within that space is like nothing that I've ever experienced before.
Yeah. And just to make that time for yourself, and because life, as we know, is so busy, we always have so much going on.
Yeah.
So just to come back to ourselves and have that peaceful, present moment where you can literally just hear yourself breathe and like just connect back to you. Like you can't lose out on anything,
Priceless.
really.
It's honestly, priceless.
Yeah.
It's one of the gifts in life.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But then another big thing that has happened recently is big girl wanted to turn 30. She had her 30th on the 20th December. What a crazy date for a birthday.
No. I don't. Now that I'm older, I'm like, I like that my birthday's at the end of the year because you obviously are longer, if that makes any sense. It doesn't. But 30. It feels great, to be honest. Like, I feel like when people say the 30s are the best years of your life, I truly believe them. Yeah. Tanisha did not have the 20s figured out. Let's just say that. So, Jesus, the 30s better be the best. That's all I'm saying.
Well, there were just so many, like, obviously, mistakes. Like, you're learning, you're figuring it out. So, there was so many lessons, but then you step into your 30s you're like, I've got a handle of this, you know?
Yeah, and I think you obviously, like, you just know yourself so much more.
Yeah.
You know the things you like, you know the things you don't like, you know the things that light you up, you know what's no longer serving you and what truly does. And I think you probably get to the point where you just don't care about what people think anymore.
Yeah. Definitely.
And I think that's the most powerful and beautiful thing is you just like, actually, like, everyone is living their own life, so no one cares about what I'm doing. But obviously it's you think, oh, everyone is judging and doing this and that. Like, just realizing, and like, if people are, don't care. Yeah. Like, who cares? Anyway. Like, that does nothing. Yeah. That does not serve me in any way, shape or form. And I think that is a really nice place to come to be in when you're just unapologetically yourself and you have this like anchored assuredness in who you are is so nice. And that's how I do feel like I'm stepping into my 30s, which is really exciting.
It is.
And yeah, we just had such an incredible time. I am not a planner at all. Like, it's one of my goals next year, not planning, but just around organisation. So we'll get to that. But I just, I don't know. Like, I just want to show up to someone's event and have a good time. I'm not too fussed around. But it's weird because when I was younger, I was very like, my event, me. And now I'm like, look, I just want to rock up and have a good time at people's event and no one talk to me. You know what I mean? When it's your event, everyone wants to talk to you. So yeah, I didn't plan anything. And Kirsten, for the longest time, was like, are you doing anything for your 30th? Are you doing anything? Like, just do something. Like, just do a dinner, blah, blah, blah.
Which usually I would end up organising for her, but because I was so busy with Joe's New Zealand Kiwi tour and then the Mother Blessing, I had that event to worry about.
And then, the retreat. I probably, you know what I mean? Like, I didn't even have the time to be like, oh, here's what I want, or here's what to plan. Like, we both, it just was hectic. Anyways, 2 weeks out from my birthday, Kirsten's like, can you freaking just book dinner? Yeah. Like, hurry up. Like, just book it. Just get a place. Just invite your friends, whatever. So I did.
And of course, like, her besties were always showed up. Show up.
Yeah, like, they were all there. I had a girlfriend come all the way, my bestie come all the way from Perth. 2 of my best girlfriends drive up from Sydney. Yeah. Like, everyone just shows up. Doesn't matter what notice, they just always have. Yeah. So I knew that me planning last minute wasn't going to be an issue. Like, you know.
It was just more around, like, the place. I'm like, it is that close to Christmas. Like people having their Christmas parties. I'm like, so many places are going to be booked out. But we were so lucky with the beautiful Blanca,
and
honeysuckle.
Yeah, it was lovely. I had like a Chicksmas with some of the girls at the gym the week before, and they had it there, and it was really nice. So. Back round 2. We're back again. The cocktails were
and
really
we were
good
so loud. Oh my God.
So
if you were having dinner there that night for a cute couple date,
we apologise.
because
we were just
It was a rowdy time, but it was nice.
Yeah, it was rowdy. We were just acting 30. And yeah, so I ended up organising a beautiful dinner with all the girlies. So nice to catch up with my close girlfriends who were there, some of the new girlfriends that I've started to make through the gym.
Yeah, that was nice to meet them.
And yeah, we just had fun. And then went out afterwards for a dance, and honestly, just like dance the night away. Yeah. That's all I wanted to do for my birthday, be around the girlies, have a dance, and like that is celebrating 30 for me. And it was just so nice to like take some time to reflect. I think throughout the day, Bear and I end up going to, we woke up and I said, all right, let's go to the beach, babe. And her and I jumped in the car and we went to a secluded beach in Newcastle that I've been thinking about going to for a while. I was going to go to like Merriweather but I was like, that's so busy. Like that's not me and the way I want to bring in my birthday. So we went to this secluded beach, almost got my car locked in a bloody national park.
Shocked me.
Yeah, I know. We walked through the bush, and it was just so nice. I think I posted a little reel on my Instagram of her and I just bringing in the morning together, and it was just, I don't know, just things feel amazing. Like my soul just feels, I don't know, so lit up, and I just feel like I'm in alignment with who I'm meant to be and the woman that I'm meant to be as I move into the next decade of my life. And and I think it's just because it's been such a huge year for me, of me really figuring out like things that I will accept in my life and things that I won't. And I think that's the reason I've been able to bring in 30 the way it deserves to be brought in, with so much positivity, so much great energy, so much excitement, because I really feel like I've put in the work this year to be able to put me in that position to, I don't know, just embrace 30 for all that it is. And I think I knew that I needed to do that. The last couple of years, I've really been thinking about, Jesus, like 30's coming up. It's almost the start again. It's almost the start of this whole new decade of my life. And I just knew that, a couple of years ago, I just didn't want to feel the way I was feeling then and taking that energy into my 30s. So I was, had some really serious conversations with myself around, okay, well, what am I bringing into my 30s and what am I not? So I'm very, very proud of myself of, just some of the decisions that I made, the way that I've shown up for myself and the way I've chosen myself to be able to approach 30 and now enter 30 the way that feels truly aligned with who I am. So it was so nice. It was such a beautiful day, such a beautiful night. And just like that, I'm 30.
Wow.
Crazy.
I love that. I love those reflections that you've already spoken about so far. And I truly do believe that as well. Like your 20s, you were, cruising through life, trying to figure it out, trying to find yourself. And I do believe your 30s is going to be your best years yet. So it's super exciting. And along with Bear growing and thriving, like I feel like for her as well, they're going to be some of her best years yet, which is exciting.
And to have her by my side is so amazing. Like she just, I think has been the reason, and we'll get into it in a little bit, but a lot of the reason around the self-reflection that I have done this year and me really thinking about what am I taking into the next decade and what am I leaving behind? Like she really has been the driving force, and she has made the path so incredibly clear. For me to know exactly the things that I want in my life. So
I love that. I love that. Well, should we
share some reflections about the year?
I think
let's do that.
Yeah, let's do that for sure. I'm so keen for this conversation because I love this time of year actually, just where you can just take a pause. Obviously it is a busy time of year with Christmas, but just after that, I love taking a pause and just coming back to, Joe and I do this together actually, coming back to one another and just sitting down and talking about how we want the next year to go. But then before we do that, just reflect a bit on what the past year has been. And, it's even been so massive for him as well and what he's achieved. From, oh my God, captaining to winning minor premiership to milestone games to then re-signing like another year with Raiders.
Oh my God.
Which hasn't been too broadly mentioned actually. Like he already had a pretty secure, lengthy contract, but they wanted to re-sign him for another year, which is just like a credit to him and such a big achievement of, you know, what he is doing for the Raiders and the boys and the club as a whole. And
without a doubt.
Yeah, then going on to play Kiwis and
being able to spend some precious time at home.
Yes, pack champs.
Going to the Madai.
Oh, that was
having another baby,
so
like just
special.
the
then growing
finding
live
out,
as well.
that you guys will be having another baby.
Yeah,
it's been such a big year.
It's been such a big year, and then for myself, like going live and I read this thing the other day actually, and it said for 2025, all about closure and completion. And then whereas 2026 is about new seeds and a new story. And I really just I resonated with that a lot for me, especially around the birth of Lua, why that had its beautiful moments. There were some stuff of, I just wanted to let some of that old story go with that. And then now I get the opportunity to birth again in 2026. And I feel like just creating that new story and new vision and new narrative of what birth can look like for me. So we'll get into that, but that's a big one for me.
Has there been any real defining moments for you throughout this year? Do you think in along that journey even to sort of propel you into the next?
I think surrender just came to me, like just that word of just surrendering to that old story and to this new story of what can be, you know? So I think along those lines of, and I've said it before, like far out it's crazy being pregnant with a toddler. So even just trying to find that in amongst the chaos, I think I've done all right, because now before I probably wasn't feeling as confident as I usually do around the birth and pregnancy and that, but now I'm like, okay, feeling connected, I've done my things, like especially the mother blessing, the retreat.
Yes.
Just connecting and coming back to myself. And this is, specifically for birth,
That is hard to do in the early stages of pregnancy, though. Do you know what I mean? Like when to get a grip on all of that.
So true.
Early on, you're like, Jesus, I'm going through the all-day sickness. My hormones are up and down. Like I'm tired. The body's just gone through the changes again. On top of that, having a toddler. So I think the mother blessing, like you said, the retreat have been just so pivotal for you to just be able to recenter in a way.
Totally, And I think when I was reflecting a little bit, I had wrote down, I do believe I have honoured my worth throughout this year. And just, I mean, in terms of as a matriarch and I suppose moving through with pride and just owning, okay, I am a toddler mum, I am about to give birth to another little bubba, and I do have a million things on, but at the same time I've tried to come back, listen to myself and connect to me and baby, and because I know that's what is going to help me move forward and birth this baby how I want to birth this baby. So what about for you?
I think it just comes back to me just choosing myself. I think that has been sort of one of my most defining moments this year, is sort of having the courage to do that. And I probably haven't in the past, and that's not, and I mean having the courage to maybe just fully and authentically be myself. And when you're in that, you just make decisions that align with who that person is. And I think that's probably been my most defining thing this year, is just having the courage to just step into my authenticity and own who I am at the cost of whatever it might be that's not serving me. I think that's probably been my most powerful thing this year. And with that, it's just given me so much more confidence to be myself and to continue to show up for myself.
And I did see that at the retreat, actually.
Oh my God.
It helps with the people that you surround yourself
definitely
by, but I did see that confidence, because that's something I've always admired in T, just her self-confidence. And we've spoke about it, like it was lost for a bit, but then, you know, coming back to that is so important. And I did see that come and shine throughout the retreat. And it's so funny because I've always noticed when T is in alignment and acts like that, I just see these people just gravitate towards her and laugh, and I just crack up. I'm like, you are annoying, but you're so funny. But it is good, like, you know what I mean? Yeah. And I can say this because I'm a sister, but no one else can. No.
Yeah, literally. But you know what I mean? Absolutely. Yeah. And that's the thing that I've probably have come to know is the things that are for me light me up. Yes. Like they just light me up. And you can just see it from a mile away. And I feel that really deeply. And the things that aren't, they just don't. Like it cages me in. It just makes me feel dull and just not shine like my true authentic self does. I actually had a session last week, just ahead of my 30th birthday, with a kinesiologist who was all about energy. And I was talking to her and I was chatting with her about the year, and I'll talk about it in a little bit, but I have a lot coming up next year professionally, which I'm really excited about. But previously I was saying to her, the last few years, probably a while to be honest, ever since I finished sport, but maybe the past maybe 5 or 6 years when I've been thinking about it more is like, what is my purpose here? Like, and just feeling so lost in that and just not knowing professionally specifically where the path was for me. What was the right path? What is my purpose? And what's that thing that I just love and just am obsessed with? And like, why am I here? And she really reframed that for me last week and was talking about, you know, when you think about purpose, it's not about one thing and like this big shiny goal at the end. It's more about being on purpose. And for me specifically, like I said, I know when I'm on purpose, when I'm shining so brightly and when things are lighting me up inside. And when I'm not on purpose, things don't do that. Things aren't lighting me up. And when she reframed that, I was like, oh my God, you're so right. Because I can very clearly in my life, when I think about things, have like a line down the middle, things that are on purpose and things that aren't. And I can just divvy everything up into, yep, like that lights me up, it doesn't. Yep, it lights me up. And I just really love that because I have never thought about it in that sort of that framing or context before. It's not about a purpose, it's being on purpose. So that was like a really powerful thing. Even stepping into my 30s, I'm like, yes, because that's what I'm chasing, the things that light me up. And I know that that's, you know, heading me in the direction or just being on my purpose and getting away from what we've spoken about in the past, these people-pleasing tendencies that I've inherited and that just have not served me at all. And that's probably been actually a lot of my learning in my 20s. Was me having to see these people-pleasing tendencies for what they are and just acknowledging that I have them and, okay, like that's not serving me at all. That's not lighting me up. That's not on my purpose. I think that's what a lot of, my 20s was about, just figuring that out.
Yeah, beautiful.
Yeah.
And the awareness of that. Is amazing.
Yeah, absolutely. For you, when we think about even some things that challenged us this year, what's a thing or some things that challenge you and what do you think it taught you this year?
Mine was probably really in motherhood, I think. Definitely getting to that toddler stage. I was cruising through motherhood, and then we hit the toddler stages, and not so much that we went into the terrible twos era, like that didn't really happen. No. It was just that it got really busy really quickly and I couldn't just do my usual things like of going to a cafe and she sit there and eat and it's sweet. It's like, actually, no, I can't do that anymore because she wants to run around, she wants to play, she wants to
be free.
Be free, literally. So I think it was just the challenge I found was just, navigating how to keep up to just her needs and ensure she's still thriving and learning and doing all the things. Because I feel like I did have that down pat up until she was 2 and then it kind of changed. So I think just, softening a bit and deepening into that, because then obviously I felt pregnant. So then again, being pregnant and dealing with a toddler is holy moly, it is wild. But I feel like deepening into pregnancy with that reverence and with that softness and just intention really, because I think once I got clearer on what how I wanted to show up being her toddler mum, like, was different. And I had to, just move through that change.
And for someone who is very organised and...
Trying not to be controlling
do you know,
anymore. No, but just going with the flow more of it. Just like, there was actually this quote that I read the other day, and it was, "A new rhythm will find you when you stop trying to count the beats."
Oh,
and I was like,
good.
that is how I felt, like, with that, because I think in terms of counting the beats, like, I had really, really tried and put really big intention of stopping to try and control things in my life and like relationships and whatever, instead just step back and let it flow. Like, I've really been conscious of that and tried to stop that, and which I have.
Yeah, I reckon. Absolutely.
Like, and Lua did teach me that.
That's what has been the lesson.
Yeah, and Lua definitely taught me that. Like, Mum,
you're right.
Patience, presence. I will lead the way now. You just take a back seat and flow with me.
You're so right.
And I loved that quote, because I was like,
it's powerful.
Yeah, I think maybe I did fall a bit into that with her, navigating through these, like, you know, of her being 2 and being the toddler. And I've now realized I need to, again, just step back a bit. And I mean, not step back, but just like
go with the flow.
Go with the flow and just trust that whatever's going to play out, like, is how it's meant to play out.
Yep. I feel like you did like figure that out pretty early on, though. As it started to, she just wanted to be free, and she was like, you know, like, it is what it is. You sort of like, whoa. But not saying that obviously out loud, but you were just like, and then you were like, okay, this just is what it is. Like, and I feel like you were very open to the lesson that was trying to be taught at that time as well, you know, and it's something that, I don't know, you've just have been aware of. Like, as soon as you sort of saw this change and you were like, I don't have control of the situation anymore. I do remember you just acknowledging that on our phone call straight away, and you were like, it's hitting the fan. But not even like shit's hitting the fan, but just more like she's just... Lua's coming into her own, and you were like, I'm having to show up very differently than maybe I anticipated, like, or how you have before, of being able to go out and do all the things. And she was this, and it's not even that she was being a perfect little baby, because she's still perfect in every way. Totally. But it was just, I don't know, like, I think, it was a lesson that you were always open and probably ready for as well. Like, you acknowledged it pretty early on, and you were like, well, I guess we're going with the flow now.
It's probably even prepping me. I'm about to become a mother of 2. It's probably prepping me for that. Like, exactly that. Yeah. Like, it is going to be chaotic. Things are going to be out of your control. Life's going to be busy, and this is what it's probably preparing me for. Yeah. Which is scary, but exciting. But again, like, I'm going to have to level up, and like, I'm going to have to, like, I've obviously sort of went from maiden to mother, but I have to do this again.
You need to level up. Yeah. You know what? For the both of us, I think that is what us stepping into next year, what it's asking us to do is to level up in our own like unique ways.
Totally.
That and that's big. Like and that is going into like a new year, like that is a huge transitional period of our lives of like the universe being like, all right, girl, like it's time to level up as we step into a new year. Which, like, that doesn't happen every year. You know what I mean? You're not in such a huge transition. And that's what I feel like at the moment, obviously going from 20 to 30, it's like, it's a huge transition period in my life. And that doesn't happen every year.
No.
So that's hectic. I agree. Cray. I keep going on about it because it is the truth. But I feel like the thing that's challenged me the most is Bear. I think her... she entered my life. What's that?
They just know how to do this. And that's what they're here for, you know. They're that clever that...
But if you're, I think if you're open to the prospect of like, what's my kid here to teach me? I think if you're in tune, what is the universe? What is my baby coming? Like, why did they come into my life at this particular time under these circumstances? And what are they trying to teach me? And I feel like we are both so open to that and just always looking for like, what is this trying to teach me? What is...
Like, it's not happening to me, it's happening for me.
Yeah. So I think...
Bear, the challenger.
Like... it makes me so emotional because I'm like, I just am like forever in debt to this little girl of like what she has brought into my life. And the way that I've spoken about previously in the podcast of the way she has made me truly hold a mirror up to myself and ask like so many pivotal questions that literally have and will change the trajectory of my life. Of like, how do you want to show up as a woman? How do you want to show up as a mother? And are you doing that right now? Like, how does a little child say that?
Yeah.
It's crazy. But like, and I think when you reflect on those things and it just, the path is so clear.
Yeah.
Like, it's so clear. It's so easy for me to, it was so easy for me to answer those questions and say, no, I'm not the woman that I want to be. I'm not the mother that I want you to be raised by. Okay, well, get your shit together and sort it out.
Yeah.
That's literally what they say.
They literally have this magic of getting you or pulling you back into alignment and helping you see where your values lie and see where your vision is and show you, like, expose your truth.
Yes.
Like,
and show you what's important.
Yeah.
And I feel like they do in so many ways reveal your most authentic self.
Yes.
But before they do that, they reveal what you are right now. And is this the picture? Is this the reflection that you like seeing of yourself? And that's such a beautiful gift. Among all the things I've experienced in my life, it's one of the most powerful things that I've ever experienced.
That is scary. That, of course, can be scary.
Yeah.
Because at times you probably think, oh, like, I'm not showing up like that. I'm not doing this or that. But then when you're open to, like you said, receiving actually the truth of, oh, hang on a minute. I am showing up like this. Do I want to continue down this path? Yeah. Or do I want to change things up for the better, for my baby, for myself?
Yeah. And I think,
I love that.
And a lot of it, I think, comes from a place of like having to ask these questions and make these decisions for yourself. For me, it comes back to role modeling. Like, what do I want her to role model in her life when she gets to this stage in her life, when she gets to 30? You know, what are some of the lessons that I want to pass on to her that she's learned from me to be able to, I don't know, open the space up for her to step into her most authentic self? Because if I'm not doing that, then it doesn't create space or the energy for her to be able to do that. So I think she has been, the one who has challenged me the most this year.
Yeah, beautiful.
And I've learnt so many lessons just from her existence. Of her, she's bloody almost 2 years old. Jeez.
Wow,
and she's
that's
just
gone so fast.
It has.
And on that positive note, like, what are some of the things that you have been really proud of this year?
Yeah, I think it is, again, it's a lot of the same stuff I've already spoken about, but just come back to like choosing myself. And like, I think I'm really proud of knowing that I can do hard things and I can make hard decisions that I truly deep down I know will be the best thing for me and for the betterment of my life. I think that's what I'm really proud of, is like just doing the hard things, not taking the easy route out potentially like I have in the past, but just showing up for myself in a way that just feels so right to me. And I know that it is the right thing because I just feel like I'm in alignment. I feel so good and content within myself. I feel like everything is like lighting me up again. Like I know that I'm on purpose at the moment, which just feels so nice. And I just feel really proud of that because I feel like I wouldn't feel like this right now had I have not made some really hard decisions throughout the year that's got me to this stage. So I'm really proud of that, just to doing the hard things. I
beautiful. I like that.
How about you? What are you proud of from this year?
There are a few things I think I want to mention, which are, number one, I think this year I've been really proud of how I have shown up as me, and for a long, long time that's always what I've ever wanted to be. You know, not known for, but just seen for and seen to be my true authentic self. And I feel like I have really put in the effort to get out of that people pleaser mentality and just really show up for me and just how I want to show up. And I think it has shown because I've attracted these beautiful people that are drawn to me in my life. And I feel like in a way they are a mirror of me, if that makes sense. Like I feel like even sitting in that circle, I'm just like, you are me, like I am you. Like I just feel like we have those beautiful shared values and qualities in our life. And then obviously with that then comes with how I show up as a mother, and I am really proud of the mother that I am, and I always have been. I do definitely think once I had Ailua, I was like, wow, I was born to do this role. Yes. This is my favorite role. And even just the beautiful, beautiful compliments that I've literally heard since birth. And she's nearly 2.5 now, and I just am forever hearing like, Kirst, you're such like a beautiful mum, you're so calm, you're so collected, you're so this, you're that. And it is just nice to hear that from people. And whilst that's not everything, and that's not to tell me, you know, what I am and what I'm not. I know that, and I feel that inside. So I think there have been like just that showing up as me has been really big for me personally. But then even just building this bride vision, like this physical thing, I think I have just been so proud of you and I for just going balls to the wall, removing that fear of judgment, and just going for it. Obviously, I didn't know I was going to fall pregnant. T didn't know she was going to go through things, and then with
life
her career and her career taken off as well. So it has been hectic, but in and amongst that, I feel like we've brought this creative dream to life, which has just been so nice to do. Like we've mentioned, it was always for us, but it was especially for our daughters and our future babies. So to just have these recordings, obviously for our writer community, but for our beautiful family to look back one day and see their mamas at the age they were doing the thing. Like, I just think that's really nice to just reflect on, and, you know, then partnering with GroundUp and then having them believe in us was just so nice that I did feel like it was super on purpose. And whilst I'm not speaking past tense, like this isn't the end of the ride, but in saying that, obviously I am about to go and have a baby soon. T's career stuff taking off, so there will be a bit of a pause, which we will talk about towards the end. It's just been really nice to just like hit out season 1, 8 episodes. That is a big achievement, and honestly, we've done this all ourselves. We have done the producing, the editing, the prep,
obviously the presentation, and then all the back end work that happens, you know, after.
And the socials, like we have our beautiful sponsors who have helped us in so many ways, but doing the physical work, like that's been all us on top of our busy lives.
It's a whole nother job.
Yeah, it's a whole nother role outside of the roles we already have, you know. So I just wanted to mention that about just even down to the community we've created, the writer community. That's a big deal that we, in a way, like do have an influence on people's lives because they are listening to us and hearing our stories and what we have to share, which has just been a really big deal because I'm just super grateful, and I think it's
the way people showed up as well at the launch party, like even that was just like such a proud moment.
It was a proud moment.
All the messages that we've received.
So I think just big on reflecting on that too, because it has been a big part in doing all this of our natural storytelling as well. And again, that comes back to us showing up to who we are and how we are in this lifetime. So that's a really big nice one.
Awesome.
For me. But that's probably the main ones I wanted to mention.
Yeah, beautiful. I love that. Well, maybe we do look forward to next year then and talk about maybe some of our intentions. And some of the things we have coming up.
Yeah. And before that though,
go ahead.
I was going to say I did write some stuff down of looking forward into 2026. I've been seeing this everywhere. And I don't know, you can or can't be into this, which is fine, but hear me out, because I just resonated with it so much. And it was saying for 2025, that was the year of the snake. I don't know if you've heard of this.
Yes, I did.
And for 2026, it is going to be the year of the horse, which means, so I just want to read this out, because I was resonating, and I hope you do too, but for 2025, the snake asked you to shed what no longer serves you, to release old skin, the false identities, the patterns that kept you small. You cleared space, you faced hard truths, you let go of what was heavy and fake, allowing only what was real to remain. This was your year of detox, of endings, of lifting veils, of seeing clearly. The snake guided you through the darkness of transformation, teaching you that sometimes you have to let things die to make room for rebirth.
Damn.
Letting that old story go. Which is what I mentioned. Now,
love it.
The horse moves you forward. After the stillness and shedding of the snake, the horse brings movement, momentum, and magnetic energy. This is your year of new beginnings, new baby, of alignment with your truth, of stepping into your freedom. The horse carries you towards beauty, passion, and flow.
I love it.
Doors that were closed begin to open. Power returns to your body. Opportunity meets you on the path. You're finally walking in the direction that feels right. And this time, you're moving forward with confidence, grace, and unstoppable forward motion. I think that was from Spirit. Oh, she's on Insta. She's amazing.
Love
Spirit
that.
Nation or something.
Beautiful.
but-
Not Spirit Sister.
Oh, maybe Spirit Sister. Far out.
Sister? No.
Spirit Daughter. Maybe Spirit Daughter.
Okay.
It was on her page,
Beautiful.
and I'm like, girl, you were talking to me. Like, I love every
Literally. Likewise.
single bit of that.
That's wild.
And I just thought that would be nice to mention, like, as we do
Beautiful.
look forward to 2026, because I feel like, yeah, we're just shedding our old skin and, like, what no longer serves us and what we don't want to put up with, what we don't like,
That's
what
it.
we don't feel alignment living in. And we're moving forward to step into these new beginnings, these new seeds, like I mentioned earlier, and just rebirthing ourselves and our baby and the new narrative, the new story.
Beautiful.
I love that.
That's so
love
powerful
that.
and so true. Yeah, like every word.
Yeah.
Yeah, I feel like that just
So-
speaks to the both of us.
Yeah.
And I'm sure resonates with a lot of you guys as well.
Yeah, let us know if that resonates.
Please.
Yeah, and you know how it's always like, when it comes to the end of the year, it's like, oh yeah, let's finish this year off strong. But then it's like, well, why don't we just finish this year off softly and gently and intentionally and be rested and feel nourished and
Give yourself some grace.
give ourselves some grace and compassion, like it just literally said. And so we can then feel nurtured, aligned, inspired, re-energized,
Love it.
reinvigorated.
Yes.
And fulfilled and on purpose.
I love that.
So
That's
that's
sick.
where I'm going. If you want to
Love
come with us.
Then let's go for a ride. Get in, losers.
We're going shopping.
On that, then let's talk about some of
Yeah, I
our
thought I'll
intentions.
just set the scene because I'm like, that just
love
fired
that.
me up. But yeah,
Beautiful.
set the intention
Yes.
for 2026.
Yeah. So my number one intention for next year, and like I've sort of spoken to, is having that, and my words for next year are having that anchored assuredness.
Yes.
And I think it's me living by my values and my truth and things that light me up and the things that really align with who I'm meant to be and who I am, who I already am. It's funny. Because we will get there one day. No, we're going to get there next year. You know, I just, need to sort my finances out. I'm going to sort them out, okay? We're already on the road to doing that because Tanisha is just a spender and we just can't be doing that.
Yeah.
We just need to be figuring it out. So it's on the list. Money, investing. I want to start investing.
Good.
Come
I
on,
like
babe.
you.
God, I feel so late to the party, but better late than never, all right? Next year's my year. I think next year is going to be a really big year for me to just network is what I wrote down. Since coming back from maternity leave and stepping into a new role at the Australian Sports Commission and sort of my role now in high performance sport, I really do see that lighting me up, and so many opportunities just from being back in sport are starting to reveal themselves, and there's some exciting new roles that are coming up next year that will really require me to step up into a new version of myself and a level of myself that I haven't been before. So I'm really excited about that, but I think me just making the most of networking opportunities and getting to know people and connecting will be huge for me this year and just open so many more doors. Bear. We are going to figure her sleep out this year. Just like Ailua, like she's just a free, wild spirit, just thriving. She is thriving at the moment. But the one thing that I just haven't been able to work out yet is her sleep. She wakes up so frequently through the nights. I don't even know. She must have some ADHD like me, because I don't know how we're making it through the days, to be fair. Like, lucky we have that extra energy stored within us, because I don't even know how we just show up with so much energy every day, because our sleep is terrible. We're both sleep deprived. But I think just sorting her sleep out this year will just bring so much into our lives. I think we just sort of need to figure it out. And with life getting so busy with everything that's happening with work, I just want to, I've put down that at least once a fortnight I want to experience something new with Bear. So intentionally doing something new together or going new places. And I really want to make sure that I'm carving out important time for her and I to be reconnecting, because things are going to get really busy for me next year. I'm not on maternity leave, obviously. I don't have every second of every day that just she has my full attention. So I think that with my attention having to go to my career and to work, I just really want to be intentional about the time that I am spending with her, because while I know that next year for me is just going to take off in so many ways, I feel like next year for her is going to do the same in her own right, and I really need to help her and support her in being that too. They're my main things.
Beautiful.
Yeah, just to live by my values, figure my SHIT out with money, start investing, network, make the most of every opportunity, get Bear's sleep out, and just experience new things for her and make sure we're connecting intentionally throughout the year.
Yeah, that's a really important one here.
Yeah.
I think for me, my obviously big number one intention is I'm going to be stepping into being a mama of 2. And that's early next year. So it will, just be a big deal, I suppose.
Big transition.
And a big transition.
Straight away.
I think, just being present in that, owning all of that, however that plays out, and enjoying being a family of 4, plus our Zaza and Luna, but soaking up that love bubble. And I think to do that is just to come back to ensuring I am in a full body alignment with that mind, body and spirit, because when I am aligned, I am operating as the best mother or person or wifey or woman I can be. So I think, that's a really big, clear, obvious one for me next year. It did remind me though with Ailua of what you said with Bear, just making that time. I think I was previously really good at getting her to just learn so much, because we just had so much one-on-one time together. Obviously I'm conscious with bringing Bubba in, it will take some time away from that, but next year I do still want to make sure that I do put in that time with her and we keep her on that, level of progressing and thriving in her life. That's really important to me. And I think she's even going to learn so much with baby here as well. Stepping into her next chapter and era of becoming a big sister. I'm so excited to watch that for her.
It's going to be precious to witness.
It's going to be such a precious time. And I think just essentially being present, and as a mother, as a wife, Joe's obviously going to have another hectic year next year, and I think they are traveling a fair bit again, so it's going to be tricky to navigate, but just ensuring that, and I know I've got my support system around me to help me when that does happen, but just being in the moment, getting back into that love bubble again, holding a newborn, all these things I have to do again. It's going to be wild. And just setting up my home has been a nice little reminder of getting Bubba's stuff that we did keep out again, and just being like, oh my God, we're going to be doing
another
this.
Baby. It's crazy again. That our family is going to have another baby.
And we'll see what it is.
Excited.
It's still obviously a surprise. Feeling mask boy energy, but we will see if you're a girl or a boy.
There's so much love here waiting for you. We're so
I know there is. When baby's here flowing back into that feminine energy and just letting that be what is, I think that is what will best help me. And what I know to be true that helps me navigate my way through life, because obviously Alua did teach me that, and I've learnt that, and I know that, so I can do that for next year of 2026. But I'll definitely have another chat with Joe for our 2026 visions and intentions, we like to call them, and get really clear on that, because I know he has so much too that I, of course, always want to support him in whatever he's wanting to do. I know, like, we've already had some little conversations, or big conversations, which some big things are happening for us next year, which is exciting, that we can't share yet, but we will share next year. But yeah, it's exciting. It's very, very exciting.
It is. It's just been such an incredible year.
It's been a beautiful year.
Honestly, for the both of us.
I am proud.
And I'm so freaking proud of us. Like, I'm just, obviously, like we've said throughout the whole podcast, our kids have just been just such incredible encouragement for us to step into sort of this new era, new phase of our lives, new versions of ourselves. It's been so fun to have this, I think, this like timestamp of the podcast and this like moment in time for us to share with you and share with our future babies. They're going to be watching this back one day, having this time capsule for them to look back on and us to reflect on one day as well. It's been so nice to be able to share the journey with you guys, riders. Thank you so much.
Yeah, thank you so much. And I think before we do wrap up, I will, as we always do, just mention the disclaimer. Just to cover us if we ever need No, but in saying all of this, please understand and know that this podcast has been put out into the world solely for informational, educational and entertainment purposes only. Tanisha and I are only here as your virtual sisters, but not here as your therapist, and this podcast does not constitute to the advice of a professional coach, physician, or other qualified professionals, nor does it constitute to medical, legal, or financial advice. So please consult with a professional for specific advice tailored to your situation.
Yeah, thanks so much for being here, honestly. And like Kirst sort of briefly touched on earlier, we have so much going on next year. It is going to be very, 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 very... If you've got anything from the podcast, one of the things is probably that, we've got a lot going on next year, which does mean that we are going to pause the podcast for a little bit. Kirst obviously wants to spend the year focused on
my
family,
my
of
growing
4.
family. Yeah.
Yes, and just precious time with this baby, which is just so exciting. And I'm really excited to share with you guys eventually all the incredible things that I'm going to achieve next year with my career and with Bear. But we're going to take some time away from the podcast just to take in all that 2026 has to offer. And unfortunately, it does just mean that we don't have the time at the moment to be investing all of our effort into the podcast. And if we do come back for a season 2, we want to make sure that we just have the time, we have the resources to be able to just
be dedicated,
make the
be
dedicated and make the podcast the best it can be. So it's not goodbye forever, but just for the foreseeable future. We're gonna just enjoy our families and our lives and our babies, and when we feel the time's right, we'll come back.
So thank you so much. Thank you, Rider community, to each one of you for just listening to our episodes, and those that have reached out and just shared how they felt after listening to one thing or multiple things that have resonated. We see it, we appreciate it, and we just love that you have also been there to see our growth on this journey from, like we said, episode 1 or 2, which were, I don't know, look back how they were.
Oh my God.
But to now, like, we've come a long way, and we appreciate the support that's been shown on our journey. And for you supporting us, like, it's a big deal to have so much support, just authentic and natural, and
so much love. And like we've said, like, you guys are so much of the reason that we've shown up here, just in the hope that you can take something from our stories. But thanks for being on this ride with us. It's been a wild year. You guys have literally seen it from start to finish. So we hope that you've enjoyed the ride and the journey, and we look forward to coming back one day for a second ride.
Yes. But until then, Merry Christmas.
Yes.
Happy New Year.
Stay safe.
Yes, stay safe. Have fun. Be present.
Be present.
Enjoy. That's a big thing we've spoken about doing tomorrow, Christmas Day. This will obviously be posted after Christmas, but being present, like, yes, we have our presents for our daughters and family, but it's more about being present with one another and just soaking in this time that we have with one another, each other. Like, you never know when that time will come to an end. So just making the most of that, being grateful and just enjoying each other's company. I'm hosting for Christmas, so I got the fams here.
Yes, so we need to go.
No. So we need to go prep, eat, and also groceries, do all the things for tomorrow for our babies and our family. But thank you. We love you. But
thanks for being with us.
One last time. This is the moment. I can't believe we did that. We birthed a whole podcast.
Jesus! You're literally like our other baby at this point. You actually are our second baby. She's having a third.
But honestly, one last time.
We ride together.
We die together.
Sisters for life. Peace.
We need each other cuddle.
Yeah, let's hug it out.
Hug it out.
Let's hug it out.
Oh my God.
Love you.
This baby. And this baby.
Hi, Ryden. Sorry, we're looking at the laptop so we can see ourselves. Merry Christmas. I hope you had a good Christmas. Happy New Year. Peace.